We're here in Geneva at International Environment House with Magda Balicka, President of the Rotterdam Convention on the Prior Informed Consent Procedure for certain hazardous chemicals and pesticides in international trade. Welcome, Magda. Tell us, what are you doing this week in Geneva?
Here, this week I spent together with members of Bureau of 3 different chemical conventions, because we had a joint bureaus meeting. We had a very important task. We had to decide about organizing meeting of 3 conference of parties of every 3 convention together with COP, so extraordinary conference of parties. And we took that decision. We were very fruitful in our discussion. It means that next year, starting from 28th of April till 9th of May, they will take place meeting of every single COP of the convention.
That would be Rotterdam with the Basel Convention?
Rotterdam with Basel, with Stockholm, and ex-COPs of all 3 conventions.
So decision-taking this week by the Joint Bureau. And on the 9th, the meetings will wrap up, or you'll have a high-level segment of ministers and others on the final day, the 10th of May.
Yes, we've decided about high-level segments. We agreed that this is such a special event. It's not so often that you have 3 conventions, chemical conventions, which in the end created a life cycle of which covers life cycle of the chemical, that they meet together, that they can work together, that they can go inside with the issues which are common. So this is really very good opportunity, very special event. And there we have our ex-COP as well, because ex-COP will work with synergy issues. Because in 2009 there was taken the decision that we will create the synergy between these 3 chemical conventions. There were identified the topics which should be synergized, and we are working on that process. And this meeting was one of the steps in that work.
Help us understand how Rotterdam fits in the picture. Basel Convention, which is the oldest of the 3, more than 2 decades of experience, deals with the disposal and control of transboundary movement of hazardous waste. And Stockholm, the convention dealing with persistent organic pollutants, takes POPs, persistent pollutants, off the market, works to eliminate them. So one's working from the end of the life cycle, one from the beginning. Where does Rotterdam Convention fit in this picture?
It fits in the middle perfectly. This is the perfect place, because you give, having Rotterdam Rotterdam Convention, you give a chance for giving people information, giving them knowledge. Which chemical became waste? You can inform thanks to Rotterdam Convention.
So it sounds like a right-to-know instrument.
It's a very good instrument. It's a perfect instrument, because whenever you want to do anything with chemical, having Rotterdam Convention, you should at first send information about that chemical. Every which you have about toxicology, ecotoxicology, if you banned in your country or not, if maybe it is severely restricted in your country, if yes, why? So you give that kind of information to other countries, because you cannot give it to single person. This is the problem. But you give it to other countries, to governments, to designated national authority, which is responsible for Rotterdam Convention in every single country. And their task is to send this information, that knowledge, to other people, to stakeholders, to everybody who is interested in chemical substances, on their influence, on the health on environment. So the basic issue, the core point is to give information for making much stronger the responsibility of all of us for chemicals and for their trade and for their using.
So Rotterdam is about sharing responsibility and informing stakeholders in the public through the national government's decisions on whether to accept these chemicals.
Exactly.
Magda, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you in April back in Geneva for the extraordinary and ordinary conferences of the parties. Thank you.
Thank you very much.